Thank you.
What is music? Música.
One more time, I need you ladies to grab a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen, sit down and answer these few questions on the board. Okay? I'll give y'all a couple of minutes to write all that out. Questions on the board.
I believe she's recording this for her professor. So let's chop. Let's get to it.
You need to write her name.
They were just on my side.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right, Paige and Patience, Mariah, grab a piece of paper, take a seat. And I'll give you all a couple of minutes to answer these two questions. We'll go over all this today, okay?
Okay.
It's gonna be a pretty chill lesson. I just want to know what you guys think about music in general. So go ahead and take a few minutes. Are we about done, or we need another minute? Another minute, all right. I don't need a whole essay or something. I mean, just a few thoughts. Even if you want to shorthand it, I just want a few thoughts on it. Nothing extreme. Doesn't need to be a whole paper. Just a few little bulletin points. Oh, sorry. Don't worry. It's not gonna be surfaced around the internet or something. You're fine. Yes, ma'am. You can in a little bit. Just hang on in there. Here, I'll get it. Don't worry. Whoopsie. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I just want to know, what do y'all think music is? Brandy?
Poetry.
It's a type of poetry. Cool. I'll just make a little note of that. It's poetry. Anybody else have any sort of idea of what they think music is? Yes, ma'am.
It's something that has a meaning.
Something that has a meaning. And so, could you say that it something that has purpose?
Yes.
Purpose. Okay. I'm gonna put a slash here with poetry. Yes, ma'am, Courtney.
I was going to say music is a sound that can be heard through instruments.
Okay. So, music is played with different instruments. Sorry, I have from chicken scratch and voice. And y'all don't need to write all this down. I'm just writing this on the board to kind of help y'all remember what we've talked about, okay? Stephanie?
It's also a way of people expressing themselves.
Yes, expressing themselves, emotions. I'm going to put that here with poetry and purpose. It's an emotional expression. There's one big thing that we're missing. What does music have?
No.
Notes. So we have music is pitches, and what else do you think?
Melody.
Melody, that kind of goes with pitches.
Oh.
What about the beat? What's that called?
Rhythm.
The rhythm, absolutely. Pitches and rhythm. I'll go ahead and I'll take one more comment. Anybody else want to share?
I put it sound.
It sounds. Yeah. Pitches and rhythm, and let's just put, that's kind of combined. It sounds. Combined with how, where, and what it's played with. Okay, so all these are really good answers. It can be poetry. It gives us or shows us a sense of purpose. It lets us express our emotions. You can play it with instruments. You can sing music. But its main elements that a lot of people like to talk about are the pitch and the rhythm. I'm just curious. Do you have to have just pitches and it's still considered music? Yes or like? Yeah, you think so? There's no wrong answer.
Yes.
Yeah, you think so? What about if it's just rhythm, but not really pitches? Still music? You think so? Does anyone disagree with that? It's okay if you do. Anybody at all? Let's dig a little deeper into this. And let's just test out our theory and see if we still agree. Go ahead and close your eyes for me. I'll tell you when to open them, okay? I know some of you are probably still peeking anyways. You're fine. Open your eyes now. You're good. All right, so we have this video of all these people with trash cans. And they got drumstick. What the what? What's about to happen? Huh. Just straight up rhythm, right? Was that music?
Yes.
Yes. Christina, are you just messing with your hair or do you have a point? No, you're just putting hair? Okay. Yulani, why do you think it was music?
Because of sound.
Because of the sound. What about the sound? No wrong answer, just whatever you think.
It sounded good.
It sounded good? Maybe toe tap or something? Malaya.
There were different beats.
Different beats. Yeah. Totes my goats. Christina?
Technically, there's pitches too.
Yeah, there were pitches from it. What I'm really focused on though is sort of like isolating like what it's mainly catering to. So this is more geared towards rhythm. But if we were to sit there and like beat on the trash cans ourselves, we could probably pick out a pitch on our piano but I wanted to like really focus on what we can definitely know for sure about the trash cans, which is that it has rhythm. But you're absolutely right. Yeah, there definitely are some pitches to those cans. There are a lot of drums, so not really though. It'd be even harder to find a pitch, but yeah, it could be there. Anybody else have any comments on this video? Anything at all? Patience? You got any comments on this video? Sounds good. Yo, girl.
All of them kind of like went together with each other. Like they were all like, you know, like.
Yeah. Yeah. Did y'all notice how it seemed like at some points they were playing different rhythms, but it still fit together? Wasn't that pretty cool? Yeah? Okay. I don't know. All right. Let's go ahead and let's look up.
I watched one.
Now we're gonna look at something. We're gonna look up something that's more focused on pitches or a melodic line, if you will, versus rhythms and instruments that do have pitches, but they're really hard to hear. So this is an Aramaic rendition of the Lord's Prayer, or the Our Father who art in heaven, right? If any of y'all know it, maybe you don't know it. I don't know. This is an Aramaic. It's in. I can't speak. Sorry, guys. It's sung in an Aramaic language. It's in the country of Georgia, just more like the Middle Eastern area. So this music is going to be a lot different than what we're used to, because in the Eastern culture, they do music a lot differently than us. This is an Eastern Orthodox church, which basically they are, I don't know if y'all are familiar with Catholicism, but they're basically like Catholics, except for they don't believe in having the Pope as sort of like their boss or like the head of the church, you will. But the Catholic Church and the Eastern Orthodox Church are still very, very closely related, and they're still really good friends. As we can see, they have the Pope there with them, who is a guest at their church while they're performing this piece for them. So go ahead and give this a listen, and just tell me what you think. Gave you chills? Oh. Yeah, it relaxes you, right? It's calming. Did anyone dislike it? Yeah? What did you think of it?
It looks scary.
Yeah, I mean, it could scare some people. Totally, it could creep people out. But,
I think I'd rather just say the Lord's Prayer by myself.
girl, that's your call. I ain't judging. But overall, whether or not you liked it, whether or not it made you go, ooh, I'm just going to say the Lord's Prayer by myself, or what have you, or ooh, I want to join them singing it. Is that music?
Yes.
Yes. Do we have a tendency to think that this is more musical than the trash cans?
No.
Yes and no?
I think the trash cans.
No, the trash cans are more musical because like
Yeah, because this is just.
Because it's catchier?
I think they're both equally musical.
Okay, nice.
Ready?
Well, I mean that's a matter of opinion. Yeah. Nothing wrong with saying it's catchier, so I think it's more musical. Nothing wrong with that.
It didn't it sounded good. It was just kind
Okay, it sounded good, just kind of creepy.
You reminded me of Jessica.
Huh?
She was
Jessica, thanks. I guess. But yeah, super cool. So we've looked at something that's prominently dealing with rhythm, and we looked at something that's prominently dealing with pitches. So now I want to go ahead and I want to look at this little Wikipedia article on what is music. And I know that Wikipedia is not a reliable source and all that jazz, but I still thought that this paragraph was pretty profound, pretty pertinent to what we were talking about today. In its most general form, the activities describing music as an art form or cultural activity include the creation of works of music, songs, tunes, symphonies, and so on. The criticism of music, the study of the history of music, and the aesthetic examination of music. Ancient Greek and Indian philosophers defined music as tones ordered horizontally as melodies and vertically as harmonies. Common sayings such as the harmony of spheres and it's music to my ears point to the notion that music is often ordered and pleasant to listen to, like we experienced with our two videos. However, 20th century composer John Cage thought that any sound can be music, saying, for example, there is no noise, only sound.
What?
Think on that. John Cage said that any sound can be music, and by explaining it, he said there is no noise, only sound. Raise your hand if you agree with that. That any noise can be music. Cool. We got about half the class. Heck, a lot of y'all actually. Does anyone think that sometimes noise is just noise? Okay. I mean that's y'all's thought. I want to play devil's advocate here. If I'm just randomly walking, is that music?
If you walk in a certain pattern, yes.
Yes.
Okay. So it depends. What does it depend on you, Lonnie?
Like how you're walking, how light or how heavy.
Okay.
Like if you're just walking and then I just start tapping my feet.
Oh,
Like in
yeah,
like
that's yeah.
August Rush. No, you're not thinking of that? I thought you were. Sorry. That's awkward. What?
Why like stump your feet and then like and then like someone
Like they do in have you seen the Ninja Turtles movie when they're on the elevator?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that.
Or like when you're running, and some people they have like a different pattern when they're running.
Yeah.
Right.
or like when like you can hear somebody strike
Different
noises.
noises come together and make music.
I mean, it can be, for sure. But then we also, once again, have to play devil's advocate and say, well, what about the times where there's no noise at all? Is that its own sound?
Yes.
Yeah?
Because like just say if everybody was in quiet and you can hear like something go.
Yeah, that could be one thing. How about when we have rests in music, or is that rest, that moment of silence, is that music?
Yes. Because there's rests.
Okay.
To note.
I'm going to go ahead and that same guy that said that quote, John Cage, very famous 20th century composer. He wrote a song called For
Why isn't it 4 minutes and 30
I'll explain that in a little bit. Don't worry. Don't worry. So I'm going to play this for you. I need you guys to be very quiet when you listen to this. You don't want to miss it, okay? I know it's hard to stay quiet.
Ignore my laugh.
Let's go ahead and see if at 3 minutes, what we have.
I hear it.
We're gonna go ahead and stop. So do you want to guess how that piece goes?
It's silent the whole time.
It's silent the whole
I
time.
really don't think
Okay,
we need to stop it.
I have a.
Mariah, what up?
So for that 4 minutes or 3 or 5 minutes, I don't know.
Yeah.
He was just wasn't like that, like the sound music, cause like we didn't hear anything, but like there was like paper like in the back, like would I think that?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah.
If you think so, it could be.
Did he have like a to tell him when it was done? 4 minutes, 30 seconds.
Or maybe
Like it's like, I know sometimes I just get bored just sitting. I feel like.
How do you tell me live?
Hold on. Hey, y'all, come on. Malays. Nice. Yeah.
Go ahead. Like if you can put like silence into its own definition, and silence is a sound, then silence is a sound. You don't hear anything.
Like
so
silence isn't
it's
really
music.
silence because there's still not silence.
Maybe.
Like,
No,
you
wait,
can still
hold on,
hear
hold on.
something.
Christina. Yeah.
Oh, 2 things. Okay. Wait, okay. 3 things actually. So I'm gonna do that.
Like silence isn't necessarily silence. You can still hear something.
Okay.
So it's not complete. Like there's no such thing as complete silence. Unless you're like that was something you still can. But like he's covering
Hey, guys,
his
come on.
like it looks like he's covering his ears and like he moves his hand around. So maybe like I don't know. That has something to do with like the sound of the silence or whatever. I don't know.
Maybe. Brandy.
And then, wait, no.
Oh, sorry. One more. Then Brandy.
His hand looked like a little outlet plug that you plug into the wall.
Okay, Brandy, go ahead.
Like, say, like, because there's really no sounds. Like, if you're in a room that has, like, those really, like, those walls that make it completely silent and you can hear nothing, you can still hear your heartbeats.
You hear something.
I want a show of hands. Who thought that was not music at all? And that's okay. Tell me why.
I didn't hear anything. I was okay.
You didn't hear that little
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, you hear like the and then
All I heard
And then like there's like making in the
that
background.
hurts my ears.
Okay.
That's just,
Emma, what do you think?
those, like, background noises aren't really, like, unless you, like, put them into a certain rhythm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not
They did
really
make
music.
Okay. And that's fine. This is the great debate of 433, honestly.
Why is it called 4:33?
Because he's
Thank
like,
you. Chloe, please go to going home. Bye. Have a good weekend.
Go to going home.
Go to going home, I guess. Nice. So let's bring it back in.
Wait, where did you go?
Let's bring it back in. Come on, we gotta focus on the lesson, you guys. Thank you. Really, we have this debate about is silence music or not? Like, what the heck? I have a question. How many of you guys, raise your hand, how many of y'all think that silence is a sound? All within itself. Okay? A good majority of y'all. How many of y'all think that silence is the absence of sound? Emily, what do you think? Is silence its own sound or an absence of sound? Well, would you say that silence means there's absolutely no sound at all?
Yeah.
Okay, so that you and Emma are on the same boat. So if we go back to what John Cage had just said, John Cage thought that any sound can be music. Say, for example, there is no noise, only sound. So for the majority of our class that say silence is its own sound, therein lies your argument to say that yes, silence can be music because it is its own sound. But then we have Emma and Emily here saying that no, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's junk. I'm not gonna spend $5 to go watch that guy go like this. Ooh. And that's okay. And according to what John Cage said, there's no noise, only sound. You can argue saying, no, there is noise. And if there's no sound at all, then hello. So it's dependent on what you think. Right. Okay. Well, I just wanted to look over that real quick with you guys. I wanted to move on. Will you guys give me a couple of answers on the next question? What does music do? Jessica.
I put music activates your emotions.
Okay, so I'm going to write here all in the feels. Right, music gets us all in the feels.
That's only feeling music.
No, that's not all music.
X gets me in my feels.
When I say all in the feels, I mean it's an emotional outlet. It can make you feel different emotions in general. Maddie, you know? Oh, was that what you were gonna say?
No, that's not what I said.
Why not? What does music do for you? Give me something. Anything.
It moves you.
It moves you. There's nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, it puts you all in the feels. Put a check by that. Emma.
It makes like if there's like background music in like movies and stuff, it can make things like seem so much more dramatic.
Okay. It can intensify emotions.
So basically, we're all just saying that it just puts you in your feelings.
Yeah, Mariah?
It could tell a story.
It can tell a story. Yes, ma'am. You can share your feelings. So not only does it make you all in the feels, it can be an emotional outlet.
What do you
This
mean
is all
by
our emotions.
emotional outlet?
I know, right? Who would imagine that music would be emotional?
Me.
I think music can change the way you act and like the way you behave. You know, like the way you act. I think music can change that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Music, music just affects who we are. Affects. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all a few more videos.
I thought you
I thought she paused and I was like, wait, what?
Okay, go ahead. Close your eyes, ladies. As you're closing your eyes, answer this question for me. Is music always supposed to be happy or inspirational?
No. It could be
Will it
sad.
always be?
It could be sad or scary. What the?
All right, close your eyes, Jessica.
Fine.
Girl. so much to say. No? Okay. Alright, we'll go ahead and pause it there. So how many of y'all got sad listening to that?
I got lit because I love that song.
It made someone happy because they love the song.
I'm not gonna go on.
Paige, how did it, that's how it make you feel? I'm sorry, will you repeat that? So it was more of of an annoying feeling.
Yes.
What about
Right.
Mariah Lambert? I like Mariah Lambert.
Hey, you make
Courtney.
me laugh. I didn't really have any emotions. It was just like,
I don't like
I felt indifferent.
Yeah. That's okay. Notice how even on some of the songs that are like they're geared towards making you angry or sad, sometimes it brings out something completely different, like annoyance or that's my jam. It's a song about his girlfriend dying or something, but yeah, I love this song. You know?
and then the blog page is like, I don't like country music.
And then there are some songs that everybody loves. Close your eyes again.
I better.
Yeah, it better be a good song.
Touch the shot. Don't hit me in my mouth. This is the music that my mom likes to listen to.
Y'all know this song. Even if you don't think you know.
At first I thought R. Kelly was a girl.
Raise your hand if you know this song.
Hey, look, Miss Minnie, I'm making music.
Yeah, girl, work it. Okay, I'll go ahead. Wait for the chorus. When you hear the chorus, you should know it. Space Jam, right? I believe I can fly. Really? Am I that old? I believe I can fly. I'm just kidding.
Even Miss Blog is like, what is this?
Oh my gosh. Where are we all don't know it?
Oh, I know
Okay, I know
that.
that song.
Better than Clemson.
How about this?
One more time. There you go. There you go.
Oh my god, I hate her voice.
Go back.
I hate her voice.
I like her song Toxic.
Oh, baby, baby.
Christina sounds just like her.
Oh, baby, baby. How was I supposed?
Right? Everyone in our generation knows this song. How about that? And just about all of us like this song, right?
No.
Or not like this song.
She is so annoying. It's sad.
I gotta pause it because Patience is just staring at me like I hate you. This is not Friday.
Play the third video tonight. That is my favorite video.
Bring it in. We don't have time for that. I'm sorry. Bring it in.
Toxic.
She tries so hard.
Patience, how did you feel about that?
It was kind of funny watching. And then Christina O'Hare sounded just like her.
We don't like. We can still have fun with.
I have a question. Why are we being recorded?
Even the audio comes out.
Let's not focus on that, ladies. Let's focus on the lesson.
Oh, I know this
I need
song.
y'all to bring it in. Bring it back. Bring it back.
In the ocean, changing
Thank you. I have one more song for you guys. It's about 6.5 minutes long. And I'm not going to torture you with sheer silence unless y'all just talk a whole bunch, then I'll make y'all listen to 433 for the rest of the class period. Give this a listen, and when they keep singing the less and the less, Jesus, my all in all, they're basically saying the less of myself and the more of Jesus. That's sort of like Mother Teresa's life mantra. So they wanted to emulate that with that as well by covering themselves up and saying it's not about me, it's about how she lived her life for the Lord. So, pretty cool little metaphorical something, and there's the silhouette of Mother Teresa. Pretty cool little symbolism with that last part. Who liked it? That's a lot more than I thought. Hey, cool. Did anyone dislike it? You can be honest. It's fine. That's okay. Why didn't y'all like it?
Okay, I liked it, but then I didn't like it because when they started saying like all the random stuff, like all at different times, it made me really tense and I started breathing fast.
Oh no! Maddie, please sit down. Maddie, please sit down. Thank you. Malaya, you didn't like it?
No,
Tell me why.
I don't like that part either.
It made me really headache and I started breathing really fast.
I
I
didn't like it.
It
It made me sleepy again.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like I didn't like it, but I didn't like dislike it. Like there was like parts of it that would be like that one part and maybe like upsets off. Like
Yeah, so there were some parts that we really loved and some parts that we really didn't.
I like the beginning where it sounded like it was like ugly.
Yeah, it's a really fun piece. We have about 2 minutes left in class, so I'm just going to wrap this up for y'all. I wanted to do this little lesson for y'all to give you something to think about over the weekend. Life and music, it's synonymous. Just like this piece of music that we listen to right now. There were moments of it that were absolutely beautiful. There were moments where it just sounded chaotic and crazy and just awful. And then we found resolution at the end, and it went back to nice and beautiful. Life and music, it's what you make of it. You determine how it all works out. So have a wonderful weekend. Please turn your sheets in. And we have 2 minutes to the bell.